Hello, brothers, and welcome to Sigma Old Man Channel. The price of being different is that you will be misunderstood. The reward? You'll never be ordinary. Most men are trapped in the hamster wheel of life, chasing promotions they hate, impressing people they don't like, and following rules they never agreed to. But Sigma males? They don't just step off the wheel, they dismantle it, walk away, and never look back. Here's a fact: only about 12% of men truly operate outside society's predefined structures. That's the Sigma minority, men who reject the standard blueprint and build their own. They don't follow trends, they don't seek approval, and they definitely don't fit into the usual alpha versus beta nonsense. If life were a chessboard, Sigma males wouldn't be pawns, kings, or queens. They'd be the guy flipping the board over and walking out of the room. What makes them so different? Why will they never be ordinary? Buckle up, because once you understand how a Sigma male moves through life, you'll realize why most men will never reach this level of independence, mastery, and raw unpredictability. Number one, they make the rules, then break them. Sigma. Males don't just follow rules blindly, they study them, understand their purpose, and decide for themselves whether they are worth following. If a rule makes sense, they'll integrate it into their own code of conduct. If it's pointless, restrictive, or designed to control rather than guide, they'll break it without hesitation. This isn't rebellion for the sake of rebellion, it's calculated independence. Most people obey rules because they're afraid of consequences. Sigma males, on the other hand, ask a different question: does this rule serve me, or am I serving it? They understand that rules were created by people, often by those in power, to maintain control. Instead of accepting them at face value, Sigma males dissect the logic behind them. If a rule aligns with efficiency, logic, or self-preservation, they'll follow it. If it's based on outdated traditions, social expectations, or blind obedience, they'll discard it like useless junk. This makes them unpredictable. One moment they seem like law-abiding citizens, blending in seamlessly. The next, they're bending or breaking rules that everyone else blindly follows. They don't seek permission, they don't ask for validation, and they certainly don't wait for approval. They move through life on their own terms, adjusting the game as they see fit. If they follow a rule, it's because they chose to, not because they were told to. And if they break one, it's never reckless, it's strategic. This ability to navigate between structure and chaos is what sets them apart. They create their own order, follow their own rules, and when necessary, they rewrite them. They understand that the most powerful man isn't the one who obeys every rule. It's the one who knows when to follow, when to bend, and when to completely destroy the system and start fresh. Number two, they kill weakness without mercy. Weakness is not an inconvenience to a Sigma male, it's an enemy that must be eliminated. While most people learn to live with their flaws, excuse them, or blame external forces, a Sigma male takes a more brutal approach. If he identifies a weakness in himself, whether it's a lack of discipline, poor emotional control, or a skill gap, he doesn't rationalize it, he goes to war with it. There's no room for self-pity, and there is certainly no tolerance for playing the victim. Excuses are the chains that keep ordinary men stuck in mediocrity, and Sigma males refuse to be shackled. They don't sugarcoat their shortcomings or pretend they don't exist. Instead, they face them head-on with ruthless honesty. If they're out of shape, they train. If they lack knowledge, they study. If their mindset is weak, they rewire it. They don't wait for motivation, they force themselves to evolve, because the thought of being ruled by their own limitations is far worse than the discomfort of self-improvement. This relentless self-correction makes them dangerous. While most people become complacent with age, Sigma males only get sharper, more disciplined, and more unstoppable. They don't allow weakness to linger because they know it will spread like rot if left unchecked. This is why they stand apart. They aren't just strong, they are self-forged. And the man who builds himself from the ground up is the one who cannot be broken. Number three, they don't worship money, they master it. Most men chase money for the wrong reasons: to flex, to impress, to prove their worth to people who don't even care. Sigma males, they see right through that nonsense. Money is not their identity, it's a weapon. They don't make money to show off, they make it to buy the most valuable things in the world: time, freedom, and leverage. They refuse to be financial slaves. While others drown in debt trying to keep up with trends, Sigma males keep their finances tight, their expenses low, and their investments smart. They don't let money control them because they understand its real purpose. It's a tool for independence, not validation. A Sigma male would rather have quiet wealth and total autonomy than be the loudest guy in the room, flashing cash just to feel important. They also play the long game. While most men spend their paychecks before they even hit their accounts, Sigma males are 3 steps ahead, stacking assets, building income streams, and making sure they never have to depend on anyone. They don't fear being broke because they've designed their lives in a way that ensures financial resilience. They master money so it never masters them. This mindset makes them immune to the financial traps that keep ordinary men stuck, meaningless luxuries, debt-driven lifestyles, and the constant need to prove something. While others are busy trying to look rich, Sigma males are quietly becoming untouchable. And the most powerful man in the room isn't the one who spends the most, it's the one who doesn't have to answer to anyone. Number 4, they see loneliness as a tool, not a curse. Most people treat loneliness like a prison sentence. They'll do anything to avoid it, mindlessly scrolling, drowning in social circles, or filling every quiet moment with noise. Sigma males, they do the exact opposite. Solitude isn't something they fear, it's something they sharpen. While the world runs from silence, they walk straight into it because they know that's where real growth happens. Being alone isn't about isolation, it's about mastery. Sigma males use solitude to refine their thoughts, plan their next move, and build the kind of self-sufficiency that makes them unstoppable. They don't need distractions to escape their minds because they've built a mind worth being alone with. While others fear being left alone with their thoughts, Sigma males thrive in that space, using it to break down their weaknesses, reconstruct their strengths, and elevate their understanding of the world. This is why they move differently. They don't make decisions out of social pressure or desperation for connection. They make choices with clarity because their minds aren't polluted with unnecessary noise. Their solitude isn't empty. It's filled with purpose. Every hour spent alone is an investment in their evolution, making them sharper, stronger, and more unpredictable. While ordinary men rely on the world to give them direction, Sigma males carve their own path in the silence. They've turned loneliness into a personal laboratory for transformation. And the man who masters solitude is the man who can never be broken because he's already built everything he needs within himself. Number 5, they fear wasting potential more than failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as an endpoint, a sign to stop, retreat, and play it safe. Sigma males, they fear something far worse, wasting their potential. The idea of living a mediocre life, settling for less, and never pushing their limits haunts them more than any temporary setback ever could. To them, failure is just another lesson, but mediocrity, that's a slow, soul-crushing death. This mindset forces them to move differently. They don't chase comfort, they chase growth. While others are busy trying to avoid embarrassment, rejection, or hardship, Sigma males are taking risks, making moves, and testing their own limits. If they fail, they learn, adjust, and come back stronger. They don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment because they know it doesn't exist. They take action, even if it means stumbling, because standing still is the real failure. This is why they stand apart. While most men get comfortable with routine and predictability, Sigma males refuse to stagnate. They see life as a constant process of leveling up, and they'd rather go down swinging than spend their years wondering, what if? This is what makes them unstoppable. They are driven by something deeper than success or status. They are driven by the need to know they've squeezed every drop of potential out of themselves. A Sigma male can live with mistakes. He can live with setbacks. But what he cannot live with is looking back one day and realizing he never truly went all in. That's the nightmare that keeps him moving, evolving, and refusing to be just another ordinary man sleepwalking through life. Number 6, they don't seek power, they just take it. Power isn't something Sigma males chase, it's something they naturally absorb. While most men fight for dominance, scrambling to prove their worth, Sigma males move in silence, yet somehow the room still gravitates toward them. They don't demand authority, they embody it. Their presence alone carries weight, not because they seek validation, but because they operate on a level that commands respect without a single wasted word. Unlike alphas who thrive on external recognition, Sigma males couldn't care less about titles, hierarchies, or status games. They don't need to be the loudest voice in the room, and they certainly don't waste time flexing their importance. Their power comes from something deeper, unshakable self-mastery. While others seek control over people, Sigma males focus on controlling themselves. Their discipline, confidence, and ability to remain unfazed in any situation make them impossible to ignore. This is why they're the biggest threat to those who rely on traditional power structures. They don't follow orders blindly, and they don't fall in line just because someone with a higher title tells them to. They operate outside the system, yet somehow they always end up influencing it. Their leadership is effortless because they lead by example, not by force. They never chase authority, but people still look to them when things fall apart. And that's what makes them dangerous. A man who wants power can be controlled. A man who doesn't need it but naturally wields it. He's untouchable. Sigma males don't fight for the throne, they just make the throne irrelevant. Number 7, they don't need recognition to feel accomplished. Most people chase recognition like it's oxygen. They need the applause, the promotions, the titles, the constant reassurance that they're doing well. Sigma males, they don't have time for that. Their success isn't measured by what others think, it's measured by who they become. Whether the world claps for them or not is irrelevant. They're not playing for an audience, they're playing for mastery. This is what separates them from the pack. While others obsess over social validation, Sigma males operate on a different frequency. They don't need a boss to tell them they're valuable, a crowd to cheer them on, or a status symbol to prove they've made it. Their confidence isn't built on approval, it's built on results. They set their own standards, meet them, and move on. No need for fanfare. This mindset makes them immune to manipulation. They can't be lured with superficial rewards because they don't care about them in the first place. You won't see them wasting energy on pointless networking, begging for recognition, or chasing empty prestige. They're too busy actually doing the work, and that's why they always end up miles ahead of those who crave validation. Sigma males understand a truth that most people never grasp. The real flex isn't being admired, it's being undeniable. They don't need the world to recognize them because their growth, skills, and discipline speak for themselves. And when you reach that level, recognition isn't something you chase. It's something that follows you whether you want it or not. Number 8, they play the long game, while everyone else chases shortcuts. While the majority of people scramble for instant gratification, chasing quick wins and hoping for a shortcut to success, Sigma males understand a fundamental truth. Real power doesn't come from rushing. It's built over time, brick by brick, with patience, precision, and the willingness to endure the grind. They aren't swayed by the noise of quick fixes or easy solutions. Instead, they're laser-focused on the long-term vision, knowing that consistency and strategy win the race, not flashy moves or hasty decisions. Sigma males don't mind taking the slower path because they know it's the one that leads to sustainable growth. They understand that real success takes time, whether that's mastering a craft, building a business, or developing deep, meaningful relationships. While everyone else is looking for shortcuts, they're quietly working in the background, knowing that their steady pace will outlast all the quick bursts of momentum that inevitably fizzle out. This mindset is what makes them formidable. When most people jump from one shiny opportunity to the next, hoping to strike it rich or hit it big, Sigma males are making calculated moves that build on each other layer by layer. They're not interested in the fleeting satisfaction of a quick win. They're invested in the process, in becoming the best version of themselves over time. So while everyone around them is distracted by the desire for immediate results, Sigma males continue to lay the groundwork for long-term success. Their patience, discipline, and refusal to be swayed by the noise is what separates them from the crowd. They know that lasting power is never about the race, it's about the marathon, and they've got all the time in the world. Number 9. They see through social illusions. Sigma males have a unique ability to see beyond the smoke and mirrors of society's carefully crafted illusions. While most people chase after the shiny objects, status symbols, trends, social media likes, and titles, Sigma males simply observe, unfazed. They see through all of it because they understand it for what it is, a distraction. It's like a circus, a game designed to keep people in line, feeding them just enough validation to keep them chasing more, but never truly satisfied. Sigma males don't buy into the hype because they know that true fulfillment doesn't come from external approval. It comes from inner alignment. While the world is busy competing for attention, trying to one-up each other, or scrambling to appear successful, Sigma males are quietly detached from the madness. They're immune to the status games because they've defined their worth on their own terms. They don't need the latest trend to feel valid, nor do they need to prove anything to anyone. Their power lies in their detachment. They've cracked the code that most people miss. Validation isn't the goal, self-respect is. This ability to detach makes them unpredictable and impossible to categorize. Most people are easily grouped based on their need for approval or their desire to fit in, but Sigma males, they don't fit neatly into any box. They don't care about social constructs like popularity or hierarchy. They don't seek to conform or rebel for the sake of it. They just are. And that's what makes them stand out. Sigma males are the wild cards in a game full of predictable players, the ones who watch the circus from the sidelines, too smart to play, but always aware of the show unfolding before them. Number 10, they can be social chameleons but never belong. Sigma males have a rare skill. They can blend into any environment, navigate any social setting, and interact with all types of people effortlessly. They observe, adapt, and mirror just enough to fit in, but here's the catch: they never truly belong. No matter how well they play the game, they always feel like an outsider looking in. Why? Because they don't think like everyone else. Most people unconsciously follow unspoken social rules, seeking approval, maintaining surface-level connections, and playing along with group dynamics to fit in. Sigma males don't buy into any of it. They see the strings being pulled, the hidden agendas, the social expectations designed to keep people in line, and they refuse to be controlled by them. They can engage in small talk, charm a room, or even lead a group if necessary, but deep down, they feel no real attachment to any of it. This detachment isn't bitterness, it's clarity. They understand that most social interactions are built on unspoken agreements. What's acceptable to say, what roles people are expected to play, and how much truth should be filtered for the sake of harmony. Sigma males have no interest in pretending. They can go along with it when needed, but they'll never belong in the way others do because their minds don't conform to collective thinking. This is why, no matter where they go, they remain a mystery. People may be drawn to them, intrigued by their presence, and even respect them, but they'll never truly understand them. Sigma males are the ones who can be everywhere yet belong nowhere because they don't need a tribe to define who they are. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, status symbols, and fitting in, Sigma males stand as a quiet force of nature, unfazed, unbothered, and unbound by societal rules. They see through the illusions, detach from the noise, and play the long game while everyone else is chasing shortcuts. They know that true power, real success, and authentic growth aren't given. They're earned steadily and strategically. They don't need recognition to feel accomplished, and they aren't interested in dominating the social ladder. Instead, they focus on mastering themselves, building their own path, and navigating the world on their own terms. Sigma males may walk alone, but that solitude is their greatest weapon, allowing them to evolve and grow without distraction. They may blend in when needed, but they never truly belong to the herd because they don't need to. They are the outsiders who understand that the only thing that truly matters is becoming the best version of themselves. And while others seek validation and approval, Sigma males remain quietly powerful, proof that the most profound strength often comes from within. So they don't just survive the game, they transcend it, rewriting the rules as they go. And that, in the end, is what makes them extraordinary. If you found this insight into the world of Sigma males as eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on content like this. Drop a like if you're ready to embrace the Sigma mindset, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. What resonates with you the most? Don't forget to share this with anyone who needs to break free from the ordinary and start playing the long game. Stay tuned for more extraordinary content coming your way. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.